So I also, by the way, found out about a shortage of chickpeas, which is terrifying because it could mean the price of hummus goes way up, but it's also a staple in my food pantry. So I wonder what my Hot Topics panel has to say about that. Welcome, Carla Marie and Anthony from the Morning Show podcast and New Day producer Susie Wiley, who graciously went and got us chickpeas because...
Which I hate.
I know you hate them, but I find them to be a wonderful, delightful thing in salads, in everything. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sad to say that the prices are going up. So enjoy the fact that I've got a little bit of chickpea for you today.
A delicacy.
And you have a special topping you say makes them all the better.
I love to put the chili lime seasoning from Trader Joe's
Ooh.
on top. And luckily this is something that they've continued to have and I haven't discontinued it after like 2 months.
I might have had a heavy pour on the seasoning.
I think you did.
Pretty good.
See what I'm saying? So like after a
good.
workout or after you've done something that's strenuous, you just have, you take a bowl of chickpeas, put this on there.
Oh. Wait, so these aren't cooked? These are just straight out of the can?
Straight out of the can.
Oh my God,
So-
I love it.
Isn't it good?
I'm not usually a fan of regular chickpeas like by themselves, but this is really good. But as a Middle Eastern person who has hummus as like part of their staple, the rising cost of chickpeas is a little concerning because I'm going back to a family reunion in August, and if they cut chickpeas and hummus from our family reunion, I might have to cancel the trip.
You need to hoard,
that's the
you need
reality.
to hoard chickpeas now. I bought the last 3 cans at QFC, but I'm sure they'll restock before then. They are mildly better with that seasoning, but they're still not great.
I think they're delicious with that seasoning.
That seasoning.
I'm a fan.
What else that seasoning, I need to go get it immediately.
It's so good on the chickpeas, and you're gonna be like full after a few bites. It's great. Also, I did buy some hummus from a farmer's market the other day, and I paid like $10 for like a small jar.
Anthony can make you some.
I did. My mom actually visited 2 months ago and finally taught me how to make hummus myself, and I'm not good at it, but I can call her and make you some.
Okay, I'm here for that. Next time you come, we'll bring us some hummus. All right, topic number 2. I was mentioning the heat earlier. And, Carla, she is ready for the heat right now. She's ready to go play tennis. I'm here for that. At what point can you no longer function, though?
88.
88. Okay.
Very specific.
I think about 88.
88.6.
That's when the house gets too hot, even with air conditioners. It won't cool off at night, and I start to get really angry and cranky and just not nice. I don't want to be near anyone.
You cranky, I can't.
Is that why it's so cold in here right now?
Yeah, that's why it's freezing. Would you like a blanket? I have a blanket behind me that I use between breaks sometimes because it's freezing on set.
I don't think I have a number. Like, if it's 130, talk to me then. But I kind of like it because I'm like, we only get this for a few days. It's summer, and then it's going to go back to raining in a few months. So I will deal with it.
Do you have air conditioning at home, though?
Okay, I do.
See, that's the difference.
Yes.
You don't. Like, I first moved here.
It was bad.
And I used to have a higher smoke point because I came from a very, very warm place where triple digits were the common thing in the summertime. And then I moved here in a record heat wave 7 years ago. And I didn't have air conditioning, and I was like, I just left the pit of hell for the pit of hell.
Yeah, the no air conditioning, that's where people start getting irritated because you can't sleep.
Right.
And without sleep, everyone hates everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's more to do with what I'm about to do, like the activity, than the actual temperature. Like if I'm going to go to a beach or go to a lake, then it can be as hot as it wants to be. But if I'm trying to not sweat and go to a work meeting or something like that, or to a dinner, then the temperature's got to come way down for me. Because I'm a sweaty human, so the second it hits like 75, I'm disgusting.
His
That's just the
forearm
truth.
sweat. It's something I've never seen.
Unbelievable.
Oh dear.
I'm really good at it.
Unbelievable. It's good though. Sweating is your body's way of cooling you off. So there you go. Speaking of boiling points, riders on the State Ferry have reached their boiling point with line cutters. Now this seems to me so unacceptable. Yeah. If you're on the ferry, there's a code, man. Yeah. There's a code.
You don't cut people. Ever.
Yeah. Well, it's also a law too, and I think they tried to tell you, hey, we're going to fine you. Yeah. But they've also admitted they can't do anything about it.
What?
Yeah,
don't just share that information.
I know,
Susie. They have a
eat your garbanzo beans.
Eat your garbanzo.
Well, I guess people come up, they get really mad, and then they come up to when they get to the window, to the ticket window, and they report them, and they're just kind of like, what do we do?
Well, we just had a picture on that showed a ferry worker holding a sign that says cutting the line 139 fine. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's a thing. Now, we're talking specifically about in vehicles, right?
Right.
Right, okay, because I was on Bainbridge the other day, and...
Are you gonna?
And wait, listen. And
Cut the
there were
line.
2 ways to get into the walk-on line. There was a ramp that someone told me to go up, and then there was another thing that was indoors, and the kids wanted to stay outside in the sun, so we went up the ramp, and then I kind of felt like slightly like I was cutting.
No, I think this is more with like vehicles.
Okay.
I think if you're waiting in line, if you're on one of those really long lines trying to get onto the ferry and someone just pulls right in front of you,
Right.
I don't know how you can defend someone who does that. And I do feel bad for the people at the ticketing window because they can't do much. I mean, it's just your word against theirs. You might just be angry. Who knows? Yeah. But there should be someone out there that's making sure no one's cutting.
Especially, when you are, it's a good point when you're in the long lines, like if you're going to, Edmonds, Kingston Ferry, those are the type of lines. Not so much on the Seattle Ferry dock.
Yeah.
Someone comes in and you're like,
Yeah.
I know people get really aggressive with their cars, which I completely get that. And then there's always the person that goes like this, what? I didn't know. That kind of thing.
No. Turn around. Turn it around. You turn and go back in line.
You can't cut a line that's like a mile long and not realize you're doing it.
You're like, what?
You know.
I didn't even know that. I thought you just, okay.
Worst kind of people.
Worst kind. Here's another thing that's kind of the worst. Anchovies falling from the sky in Marin County. This is so sad. So a mass die-off event, I think, about these fish. And then do we know exactly how this happened, Susie?
Well, I guess there was an unusual cold weather that drove a lot of anchovies onto the shores. And then also greedy birds that were just so excited because they feed off of them, took too many. And that's, in some cases, people would be outside and these anchovies would be falling or they'd see them. Because the greedy guts birds, were filling them and then they'd fall as they flew. But just seeing them all on the shoreline was just gross.
It's like the worst sequel to Sharknado that's ever come out. Just anchovies falling from the sky.
I know.
But I was in LA one time near like Hermosa Beach, that area where there was one of those like massive dying offs of some sort of fish.
Okay.
It is crazy to see when they wash up on shore.
Yeah.
It's like thousands and thousands of fish. And birds just flock, pick them up and drop them everywhere.
Okay, but it's good luck if a bird poops on you, but what does it mean if a bird drops an anchovy on your head?
Wait, it's good luck if a bird poops on you?
Yeah, you've never heard, that's an Italian thing. Come on.
I think that's one of those things that you say
Where
to
my
make someone
people?
feel better.
Yeah,
Southern Italy?
Yeah, especially in southern Italy.
I feel like they made that up just because birds poop a lot on people, and they just made that up. I've been pooped on by birds and didn't feel like it was good luck.
Well, you know what?
I'm gonna look that up.
Life is all about attitude and gratitude, Susie.
Thank you.
Tell you what. Speaking of gratitude, the WashDOT is not so grateful because people are not taking the Highway 99 tunnel. So it's not making money because people have changed their habits. So now what? We spent all this money on this. I have to say, I do take the tunnel. A lot. I don't have to, but I like to. It's quick and there's nobody in there, and that's what I like about it.
No.
You're single-handedly helping the economy.
I am
Thank
doing
you
my part
for your service.
It could be the creepy people every 20 feet telling you where to run if there's an emergency.
I'm like, what? Did you do the walk through the tunnel when it opened?
No, I was not invited.
Okay. What? Everyone could go to that. What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm kidding. No, I
Let me tell you what,
bitterness
walking
there?
through that tunnel I was like, I can't believe I'm still in here. Also, I'm in the middle of the tunnel. There's no way out. It is
except for where the
frightening.
green men are telling you to go every 20 feet.
But I don't feel like, are we supposed to feel bad that people aren't going through the tunnel? I don't understand what the point of them telling us this was.
They're like, you should feel bad, Carla.
Well, the
Like I'm
revenues
supposed
are
to
going to
go
come
through?
from somewhere, I think. Maybe that's what they're giving us a, preemptive strike
They're
on
saying,
this thing.
listen, you're going to pay more money for all the tolls all around the city because of this.
We'll show you. You're not taking that tunnel?
You're going to pay for it on 405.
I think that's just going to make people take the tunnel less.
Yeah,
The more you drive the price up, the less people are going to take it. And
100%.
this is one of those things where you have to just accept the loss, right? You bet on a tunnel, you thought it was going to make a ton of money. Things changed afterwards.
Right.
And sometimes you lose out on an investment, and that's what happened with the city.
And how
or the
about
state.
just the joy of knowing that the very possibly deadly viaduct is no longer here? Huh? Come on, city.
I know,
That's
but I
there you
would
go.
purposely take the viaduct for the view. I'm
Yeah.
not purposely taking the tunnel for the view.
That's true.
So it's like the birds pooping on WashDOT. It's good luck for them.
It's good luck for them. Not so lucky situation happened in Russia where a 7-year-old boy was playing chess with a robot, as one does, and the robot broke the kid's finger.
I can't.
Okay, first of all, is this like, did he not do well in Russia? They're like, we break your finger if you don't play chess well. Like, I don't know what happened.
They tried to blame the boy, saying that he made a sudden move or didn't let the robot finish his move or something. I mean, the idea.
Wait. They didn't let the robot didn't get to finish his move, so he broke the kid's finger, or it was an accident?
And he made a sudden move, like. And I'm thinking chess and sudden moves, that doesn't even seem to go together.
Yeah.
Well, much like the sequel to Sharknado was the underwhelming anchovies falling from the sky, I feel like this is like the worst sequel to iRobot.
Yes.
It's like, oh, now you can't play chess with the robots because they're wily. I don't know. What is going on?
I also feel like this is going to be this kid's origin story. Like he's going to grow up to be a superhero that just kills all the robots. I don't know.
You guys are gonna make me snort. Well, this is one thing we've learned today: is don't play chess with robots in Russia. That's your PSA. All right, finally, real quick before we end this round, Black Panther 2, the new movie trailer dropped. People are loving it. Some people are hating it. What do y'all think? Did you see it?
Absolutely loving it. I saw it the day after it came out, and I am so excited. Was it November 11th, I believe, is when the movie actually comes out, and I can't wait.
And, you know, Chadwick Boseman, sadly, no longer with us. And everyone's wondering who will be the next Black Panther. And I would be super excited if it was his sister.
Me too. Yeah. Well, that's my thing is I want to know, when are we going to find out? When I'm sitting in the theater watching the movie? Like the trailer didn't tell us, so when do we find out who it is?
I have the chills just watching this right now.
And I think people are also, some people want a new Black Panther and some say there shouldn't be one as kind of to pay homage to Chadwick Boseman, and that's kind of a little bit of the controversy. No, we need that, whoever it is, so.
We shall see. All right. Well, y'all can stick around, right? I mean, I got Velveeta martinis for you, so don't go anywhere.
I gotta go.